Welcome. You are watching Pro Forma, a channel that has hundreds of mind-blowing stories that are shockingly true. Stay with us to dive into the most incredible and twisted real-life scenarios. Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book, written in 1894, is a beloved classic. A little child named Mowgli lived among wolves in this wonderful tale without ever seeing a person. Real life is rarely as idealized as it is in books and movies, and Marcos Rodriguez Pantoja's story is a real illustration of how difficult it is to survive in the harsh environment of Mother Nature. The story of Marcos Rodriguez Pantoja is incredibly sad and shocking. In 1953, the 7-year-old child was abandoned in the Spanish mountains, where he was raised by wolves for 12 years and completely lost the ability to communicate as a human. Instead, he began to bark. At the age of 19, he was found by chance in a forest, wrapped in a deerskin, and later captured by the police. He was taken to the nearest village and then to the hospital in Madrid, where he stayed for a year and received an educational program from nuns. How could this even happen? Stay with us to find out more about this incredible story. Let's start from the beginning. In 1943, shortly after the rural economy collapsed following the Civil War, Marcos Rodriguez Pantoja's poor family, along with 2 other brothers, moved from a village in Andalusia to Madrid, where his father found work in a brick factory. But Rodriguez's mother died suddenly, and his father could think of nothing better than to bring another woman into the house and send all the children away. The older brothers were sent to Madrid and Barcelona for a better life, and Rodriguez was sold by his father to a rich man to work in the mountains. At this time, the poor child was about 6 or 7 years old.
Oh my God!
By the way, child labor and exploitation were a normal thing in many countries after the Civil War, especially in rural areas. The 6-year-old Rodriguez was taken to the mountains, to a small cave deep in the Sierra Morena, where he lived with an elderly shepherd who taught him how to catch rabbits and make fires. The boy's main job was to look after the goats, and yet it was better for him than returning to his father's house, where he was constantly beaten. The child learned from the elderly shepherd how to set traps for small wild animals in which berries are edible, as well as other essential forest survival skills. For a while, they coexisted until the shepherd one day disappeared without a trace. And nobody showed up to take his place. Rodriguez was abandoned in the mountains by himself. A 6-year-old kid was laying traps for tiny animals, and followed the larger ones to eat what they ate in order to survive in a forest. What do you think about this story? Leave a comment below. One day he was looking for shelter from a storm and found a cave full of puppies. So he went in and fell asleep with them. The she-wolf had been out hunting, and when she came back with food, she let Rodriguez to take a piece of the meat and did not attack. He has lived with wolves ever since. For 12 years, Rodriguez also befriended foxes and snakes, talking to all the animals in a mixture of grunts, howls and half-remembered words. The real Mowgli's story was extremely hard after his return to society. Having been forced to live among humans, he found it incredibly difficult to fit to society's expectations. Rodriguez was robbed and exploited multiple times. He lived in monasteries, abandoned buildings and hostels all over Spain. He worked as a casual laborer on construction sites, in bars, nightclubs and hotels. But eventually he became famous, and was invited to numerous television programs and interviews to share his story. He also became the subject of a movie, Among the Wolves. Today, Marcos Rodriguez Pantoja is 77 years old and lives in a small, peaceful Spanish village. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like it, be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow for more.